Hey everybody. Today I wanted to talk about Windows security. I have a list of 12 things that you should be aware of and also to put in practice to secure your Windows computer and your personal information. This is Windows security for everyone. This is nothing new or magical, and any experienced IT professional already knows this stuff. So let's get started. Number 1. Enable Windows updates to install automatically or have it warn you when updates are available. After installing updates, always check again to see if there's more updates. Check at least once a week. Now first go to the control panel, go to System and Security, click on Windows Updates, go to the left and click on Change Settings. Now for important updates, here's a list of your options here. The recommended is Install Updates Automatically. Click on that and make sure these here are enabled. Click OK. Now you want to check for updates. You click here on the left side and it may take a while. Okay, here you see that it found 20 important updates and they're available for installation. You want to click on 20 important updates are available. Click down here, Install, and it will go through the download process and install process. And this may take a while as well. Okay, after a little while, it's at 18 of 20 installing the updates. So it'll take a little while longer. Okay, it's just about finished and says restart your PC to finish installing updates. I will go ahead and click on Restart Now. Okay, and my computer just rebooted, and when it reboots after updating installs, it does the configuration portion during the reboot. Now that my system has rebooted, I went back to Control Panel and I am going to check and see if there's any more updates. Check for updates again. And this is something that you should always do after installing some updates. Check for updates again. Sometimes there are more updates. Okay, I checked for more updates and now it tells me you're set to automatically install updates. One optional update is available. No, I don't usually install the optional ones. You can if you wish. Okay, one quick note about installing Windows updates. After installing updates, your system may require you to restart your system. And some updates may not require you to restart your system, so it just depends on the updates. Also, installing Windows updates is critical. So on the list that I have, this is one of the most critical things that you need to do. Number 2, you should always have antivirus, anti-malware software installed on your Windows computer at all times. I recommend using 2 different types of software. Only one should be running real-time protection. They should have the ability to update virus footprints or definitions. If you are not using Windows Defender, which is part of the operating system, you can use a third-party tool such as McAfee, Kaspersky, Norton, Symantec, WebRoot, and these are just some examples. What you see on the screen here is Windows Defender. And go to Settings, make sure this is checked, Real-Time Protection. Go to Update, and you can actually update the definitions. And now it's updated. Besides Windows Defender, what I also recommend as a second antivirus or anti-malware tool is Malwarebytes. Go to www.malwarebytes.org and you can download a free version. And this will do everything the premium version does except real-time protection. If you open up Malwarebytes, you want to make sure every time you scan, you want to make sure you do an update for the database. Now the database is updated. Click on Scan Now, and it will scan your computer for threats. Now the scan has completed successfully. No malicious items were detected, and having antivirus software, anti-malware software installed on your Windows computer is very critical. Number 3. If you store personal data on your computer's local hard drive, encrypt the data using Windows EFS or create an encrypted container to store your data. I have a folder here on the desktop. It's called My Data, and it has 3 files. One is account numbers, the other one is passwords, and the last one is secret contacts. So assuming that it has all the secret data and personal data in these files, what I can do is encrypt it using Windows encrypted file system. If you click on the folder, My Data, right-click on it, go to Properties, go to Advanced, click on the Advanced button. You'll see this. It says Encrypt Contents to Secure Data. Check mark this, click OK, click Apply, and then it'll ask you, do you want to apply changes to this folder only, or apply changes to this folder, subfolders, and files? So I will choose that one, click OK, and OK here. Now look at the files here. You notice that the names have turned green. That means these files are now encrypted using Windows encrypted file system. Number 4, passwords. Passwords are a time-tested layer of defense. Set a password for all user accounts. Use a strong password or complex password. Change your password often, at least 3 months, every 3 months. This is pretty much industry standard. Here are some tips for passwords. Use at least 8 characters. The longer, the better. Use letters, upper and lowercase, numbers, and symbols. Do not use common words found in dictionaries or common phrases. Instead, use a unique phrase and incorporate upper and lowercase characters, numbers, and symbols. New passwords should not be similar to previous ones. Here's an example of a strong password. First, take the phrase, the big red house, and this is what you can convert it to make it a strong password. Number 5. General computer usage should be done from a limited user account and not administrator. The administrator account should only be used when necessary for computer maintenance and system administration and troubleshooting. Administrator privileges allow system files and configurations to be changed, and that could break the system. Every general user should have a limited user account and a personal password. To create an account in Windows 8, open up the Control Panel, go to User Accounts and Family Safety, click on User Accounts, click on Manage Another Account, and in order to create an account, you must be administrator. Click on Add a User Account. Click Sign in without a Microsoft account. Click Local Account. Enter in the username. Enter in a password. Re-enter the password. and a hint. Click on Next. Is this a child's account? No. Click Finish. You see test account number 2 here. It is a local account. This is a local account and it does not have administrator access. If you want to change that, you click on Change Account Type, and you can change it from Standard, which is limited, to Administrator. But here we'll leave it at Standard. Number 6. Files you thought you deleted 10 years ago could still be retrieved from your hard drive. Emptying your recycle bin is not a secure way of deleting personal data. The general process of deleting a file is just removing the file ID from the hard drive's table of contents. That's called TOC. The actual file is still on the drive and can be lifted using file recovery software. When deleting personal files, use secure deleting and wiping of free space. This involves the overwriting of file data and the TOC entry. The greater number of passes and overwrites dictate how secure the deletion is. It overwrites the table of contents as well as the file data on the hard drive. Use at least DoD 3-pass method. Free space wiping is the process of overwriting all unused space on your hard drive, which is where deleted files may exist. I recommend CClean, which is a freeware, or BC Wipe, which is a paid product. In some cases, files cannot be fully deleted from the hard drive. Now, if you are donating or recycling your computer as e-waste, make sure you use secure deleting of all personal data and wipe the free space on your drive. After doing secure deleting and wiping, it may be safer if you just remove the hard drive and physically destroy the drive by drilling holes through the drive platters. Now, as you see on the screen, this is CClean, this is freeware, and you can select what type of data you want deleted. The history, temporary internet files, cookies, and what is important is this here. This is emptying the recycle bin. And you can specify in the options and settings here, and you can specify and enable secure file deletion. And I'm using the 3-pass method. There's also complex 7-pass or very complex overwrite, 35 passes. Now that takes a while if you have large files that you're deleting. I have a file here, picture file. This is Big Bird. Now what I'm going to do is do a file recovery. Now this is Piran file recovery software. I'm going to do a standard scan on the hard drive. I have to select the hard drive and then click Scan. It'll do a quick scan on the hard drive. And it found 11 deleted files. Now, these files may not be too important, but let me go ahead and search for pictures. Now, there are no pictures here that it found. So what I'm going to do is move this picture of Big Bird into the recycle bin, and I'm going to empty the recycle bin. When you erase or delete files from the recycle bin, it permanently deletes it. But let's see if that's the case. Let me go ahead and do a rescan of drive C. And I found 12 files this time. Let me filter it out for pictures. And it found some pictures here, but it's not the exact name. Let me see what I can find here. Ah, I actually found the Big Bird picture. So if you delete files from the recycle bin just using empty recycle bin, that's not a secure way of deleting files. And as you can see here, using file recovery software, I found the picture of Big Bird that I just deleted. Number 7. Ensure you have a secure network for your computers. Your connection to the internet should include a firewall of some type that blocks bad traffic from getting into your network. Your IP address should be a private NATed address within a subnet. Using MAC filtering will also add a layer of security that will only allow clients with specific wireless MAC addresses to connect to your network. Here you see I'm logged into my gateway. This is just a basic gateway with a basic firewall. Here you see I'm in a private network with a private address. I also have a firewall that is active that blocks unwanted activity from the internet. Number 8. When doing business on the internet, make sure your browser is using a secure HTTPS connection. Make sure the lock symbol in your browser is in the locked position. Also, make sure you enter the correct domain name of the site you're doing business with. Now, when using a credit card, if you are using Bank of America as your bank, you can use what is called a shop-safe credit card number, and I'll show you that in a bit. So I am actually on the American Express website, and if you see here, the URL, it says HTTPS. That's a secure connection, and make sure that you have the correct URL or domain name. So if you have Bank of America, you can use what is called ShopSafe. ShopSafe is a free service that allows you to create a temporary card number, expiration date, and security code each time you make an online purchase. This number links directly to your real credit card account number, but keeps your card number completely private and protected. The ShopSafe number is used just like your credit card. A merchant will never know it's not a real credit card. So this will be a safe way to make online purchases without compromising your actual credit card. Number 9. Email is the easiest way hackers can acquire your personal information or your organization's sensitive information. It's called phishing, and this type of email will ask for personal information, and it will appear to be from a legitimate and trustworthy source. It is best not to respond to these emails or click on any links. If you feel these emails may actually concern you, you should contact the organization or visit a branch office and speak to someone in person. Don't trust any of the contact information on the emails until you verify it. Now, what I have up here on the screen is some example phishing emails. You can pause the video to actually read these in more detail if you wish. And it does give you information on each one and what to look out for. And PayPal is a legitimate company or business, but you may get emails that appear to be real, but it's not. Number 10. Installing software onto your computer is always risky. This is especially true for freeware, and it's one of the most common ways that your computer can get infected with viruses and malware. Now, installing software is always taking a leap of faith. Just make sure that you have real-time antivirus protection enabled. Number 11. Attaching a USB thumb drive or hard drive to your system could also be a threat. Again, make sure you have real-time antivirus protection enabled, and also do a virus scan on all USB drives. And number 12. Did you know that the most secure computer is a computer that is disconnected from the internet, turned off, and locked in a room? Oh, and throw the key away. This is just something to think about. These are all important things to help you secure your Windows computer. I hope this helps you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.